Hey, you, friends, family, and strangers. Today, I have a very straightforward one scenario video for you, and that is the full, entire walkthrough and story of the house I'm trying to sell. As of this moment, the house is unsellable, but despite the closing on the buyer side, moved back 5 more days. How frustrating is that? It is on track. So hopefully it is sellable after all. But my time here is rapidly coming to a close. I now have a few more days than I thought I did, obviously, but I don't need more days because I, on my end, did everything I said I would do, and I'm out of here now. But here's what's going to happen with me and you today. We are going to hold hands. We're going to walk around this beautiful property, probably more inside than anything else, and we're going to say goodbye to the house. And if that's boring, well, hey, they all can't be me shoving my nuts into a meat grinder for your viewing pleasure, right? So, gather your things, and let's do it. We're going to start right here in the massive walk-in closet off of the master bedroom. The master bedroom is what I used as a TV room for a good chunk of these last couple years. But at one point, I did have that as my bedroom, and this was the closet off of that room, whether it was a TV room or not. You'll notice very recently, I shot some video in here where all the shelves were in place and clothes were hung up, etc., etc. But as you see it is how I am leaving it for the most part, except for that dresser and that legendary Batman poster. Those two items will be going with me here soon, taking a van trip to the storage unit. But yeah, this is our last and final chance to touch these walls and say goodbye to the old walk-through closet. Massive. This switch right by the window, if I didn't already tell you in another video, controls a light up there in the corner of the house on the outside. I don't know, but my theory is that the previous owner would flip on this light to tell the kids out playing in the backyard to come inside when it was getting dark. The reason why that is a popular theory is because in the evenings, it is intensely believed that the previous owners would actually sit in this room on a love seat and watch TV, the TV that was mounted right up here on this wall. And I have a picture of what this room was to kind of back that theory up. They considered this a TV nook. It was off of their master bedroom. Also, they utilized this door a lot. I would not want to walk through a TV nook or a closet to get to that master bath, but whatever. This is an addition onto the house. I think they made the best with it that they could. You can see that this wall is very thick, compared to, at least that's what my realtor thought when we talked about it. But anyways, this is an addition onto the original house, and they used this for their master bedroom. I used it for my master bedroom for a skip, jump, and a hop. But it is my TV room toward the end. A lot of good memories in this room, if you know what I mean. A lot of good memories in this room. Wink, wink, if you know what I mean. Once upon a time, I took a projector screen, or rather a projector, and I projected this image onto this wall, and I drew that image. And then I turned the projector off, and the marker stayed. And every time someone has asked, well, you were just really good at drawing the genie, even though that's, if you get up close, you'll see that I'm not that good at all at tracing or drawing. I said, nope, I cheated. That's another artist, and I just copied line by line. So that's this room. This is our last opportunity to create one steamy, fantastic, good memory in here together. And that is this: touch the wall to say farewell and to have good luck for the house and for me. Bye-bye. Nice knowing you. The headache has been fun. Let's go down the hallway here, boys and girls. So this bathroom, a lot of good videos shot in here. I've talked to a lot of scammers in that chair right there and made a lot of people laugh while sitting in that chair right there. I invented a shower here. I did a full demonstration video right here on how to take a bucket shower. Okay? Wow. Oh, the memories. Here we go. See ya. Not gonna miss you. Not even in the slightest. I put this sticker here because it's funny. Wash your hands before leaving this restroom, you gross, nasty butthead. There you have it. I installed that light at some point. There was not really even an overhead light in there. There was one, but it wasn't working. And I got zany one day and just took that one out, put a new one in. My upkeep and repair on this house was so snail pace slow. It was pathetic. When I first moved into the property, bought the house, there was I think some kind of slidey door here, like a bifold or whatever. I took that away because I wanted to see my stuff as I came through the hallway. I wanted to grab towels or whatever. I never really did fully make this into what I wanted it to be. I wanted it to be, you know, a full-on closet. I wanted to add shelves. I wanted to basically make this a giant towel closet. But that never happened, did it? Much like a lot in this house. Here we go. Toward the end of my time here, I used this room as my bedroom because in the winter, it was a small enough room and cozy enough to where I could run space heaters and stay warm. My furnace in this house has been out for 5 years. My water in this house has been out for 4 years. And guess who did not quite have the money to put the utilities back in place? That would be this guy. So I made do, baby. And a lot of it was me getting in my own way, you know, not saving properly, not preparing for the whatever, for stuff ahead, not getting a rainy day fund together. I kept telling myself different reasons like, you know, it ain't like I have kids and a wife, so what do I care? And in reality, that's pretty true, especially when I got comfortable taking a shower out of a bucket. So I know my situation is unique, but compared to what? You know, go down to the southernmost regions of Mexico where the whole family takes a shower out in the backyard with a giant kitchen pot. And then my bucket shower to them is a thing of pure and total luxury. So, but anyways, every single person who has ever stepped in this room has asked me, did I paint this? And the answer is no. The previous owner, I'm assuming, did. At one time, there was 2 boys that lived in this room. I believe they were twins. I'm not really sure, but the original listing showed this room. There was bunk beds right there. There was a dresser right here, a stand-up like a tall dresser. And there was a rug, and there was a desk with some coloring books and things, kids' items or whatever. There was more books up here and some clothes hanging, I think. I don't remember, but yeah. So this... 2 brothers that lived in here. This later on became my room because I needed a small room to keep it warm in the winter time, yeah? And I kept some of their ancient relics. That's from the, you know, previous owner of the home. When I first bought the house, I stationed up in this bathroom right away and got the shower curtain going. The water actually worked. I remember like the second or third morning I was ever in this house for the first time, you know. Within that first week, I was in this shower, taking a shower like at 4:30 or 5 in the morning, getting ready to leave for an early shift at work. And I heard this loud boom, and I felt just a slight vibration. And I thought, that sounded like it came from down there, the train bridge. And if you know my channel, if you know my stuff, you'll know that I have taken tons of videos and pictures of semi-truck trailers shearing the top of their trailer off trying to get under that bridge. Yeah, it's not tall enough, and it's not going to magically become tall enough. Even when the sign says it's not, you might want to just follow that sign. And it was always kind of just confusing because a truck driver has a GPS, but you're supposed to use the GPS from your fleet company that will tell you routes to take. They're like already done routes. That way you don't go under bridges that your truck can't fit. That's why you have to use their GPS. I haven't turned that on in years. 4 or 5 years. It still works, I guess. Yeah. I installed that because same thing as the other bathroom. There was just a light that did not work. The whole thing needed to be replaced. So whatever. It was brand new not too long ago. Now it's just like filling up little gnats and stuff. But yeah, come on down. Ugh. Can't wait to never be in this little room again. There's some birds going crazy out there. It caught my eye. Anyways, if you remember, I had that door that I invented right here at one point. It was a see-through door because I had a cat that was brand new to the house. So I threw that door together. I built a wood frame and put that in place. And I wanted the cat to be able to get comfortable with this environment, but to be able to see in and out to fully gauge what it was about to walk out into whenever I opened the door. That way it'd be more comfortable. But mostly this room was a good place to put the cat when I needed the cat to be secured for times when that door would be wide open, moving stuff in and out, whatever. So this became the cat room, and there was food there. Do you remember when I went to Maine on vacation? One of the original opening shots of the series, or of the long video I made about it, was Penny, my cat, right there eating food. So the only reason I got rid of Penny is because at one point the mortgage company literally told me I had no choice. I was going to lose the house to relocate my animals and come up with a plan B. So I did. The first thing I did was got rid of my animals because I was led to believe I had to. Come to find out, after talking to another associate there who was willing to tell me more of the truth, that was not the case. There actually was a plan I could put in place to move forward. This room was always this room. It was always my DVD collection, my movie collection, my, my CDs and everything were here. So yeah, this room always had one purpose. One of the rare rooms of the house that only ever served the one purpose. And what to do with it now? I think I'm going to go ahead and take my glass movie poster back out the wall and keep it. But I think I'm going to go ahead and leave all of this here. I'm going to leave that freestanding thing there that I built for the new owner to do away with, burn, or keep, or whatever. It is massively heavy. The more wood you add to the project, the heavier the whole thing gets. But I'm going to go ahead and unscrew my crates off the wall. These. I'm going to take my stereo back, of course. I'm going to put that in storage. But the crates that are nice, that haven't been like cut in half or the floor cut out of them like this one, the crates that are nice, I'm going to keep them, put them in storage. The crates that are not nice will probably sit right there in a stack for my potential buyer, whoever decides to eventually buy this place. The guy who said he's going to buy it is coming up a little empty right now. And who doesn't understand that more than me? I just hope that it wasn't all for nothing. I really do. And I hope I'm not still stuck with the house. At this point, I'm ashamed to say, if I somehow got stuck with this house, I'd probably just walk away. Let the sheriff come, walk through, let the mortgage company know that their lien is in effect. They can now do an auction on the place. And at auction, they'd get a lot for it, actually. And I'd probably be free and clear still. But, yeah, I don't think I would move back in and maintain it at this point. My heart has moved on, I believe, very much so. So this room, the big front room, always had different ideas what I wanted to do. I hate walk-through rooms. I wanted to build like a wall right here and a wall basically all the way across. And I wanted to create a walk-through hallway that connects to that hallway on the other side of this wall. If anything, maybe a large open serving window type thing here. I didn't know. I was very interested at one point in turning this room into a massive bathroom, and there would have been a wall right here, okay, and that would have been the bathroom. The hallway would have just kept going, okay, and the walk-through space would have been right there, and it would have kept going right into the kitchen. That would eventually not even be a kitchen. This, instead of being a way to travel through the house, would have just been a way to walk into this room, and there would have been a wall right there going straight across with a doorway if you want to go from this room to the outside. A nice doorway, but not a full open space. And this would have been, anyways, that would have been fun to do, screw around with, or pay somebody to build. Blah, 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 blah. Also, I thought, what about just getting nuts, borrowing even more money, having a whole second house built right there out front. Picture it for just a second. Basically an entire second house, 2-story, beautiful, big, large Dominion style home attached right here to the front of this house, going clear out. This could be an extended porch, but it would actually lead up to the porch, the front door of the new addition, which would be a whole nother new house. And this little nook right here would have became like a firewood nook. This wall would be gone, and there would be like 3 steps all the way across that would lead up into the big front welcome room of that new addition. It would all kind of flow down. And I wanted to build this 3 steps higher and have that new addition, the floor level, be that much higher going out, because I wanted to build a half or full basement, whatever the case, or at least a very spacious crawl space to go if you needed to for tornado weather, at least, yeah? But those dreams are all up the ass, up your butt with a coconut. Fuck it. The pellet stove. Me and this pellet stove had many scary times and nights together. We really did. And I can't tell if this fan is trying to come on or if the wind is just... Oh, I know what happened. When the guy came to look at the house the other day again, he was messing with stuff and turned that fan on. Because I was thinking that fan should not be on because I didn't turn it on. But yeah, we can shut that off. Not quite summertime yet. This pellet stove, literally, I've watched this pellet stove out the back belch sparks 2 or 3 times. And the main thing about this pellet stove, despite the fact that it runs so loud, and a brand new replacement's like $1,500, whatever, each bag of pellets is like $8, and they burn for like half the day. You would need another one back in that room, have them both going to heat this half of the house. It's just ridiculous. So I gave up. I gave up on trying to maintain this 5-bedroom country house out here in these cold fields by myself. I just gave up. This utility room, of course, as you know, used to be a fully operational washer and dryer room. There didn't used to be a hole in the floor, but I cut a hole right there in the floor as soon as I moved in, because as soon as I moved in, one of these water pumps was down there and was kicking on every 40 seconds. The previous owner pretended he didn't have a clue what to do. Come to find out, he knew exactly what to do and was just avoiding it, kind of like I'm walking away from the house and putting it in the loving care of the new buyer. That's what I was, the new buyer 6 years ago. And it was good luck out there, buddy. And that's kind of the position I'm in now. The only way to get down there to get it was to go through the floor, because there is no outside crawl space access. Now, there's a closet on the other side of this wall that is part of a new addition. We'll be there in a minute. And there is a crawl space hatch. However, it's just for that addition. to get through the foundation wall, which is right there, into this portion of the original house, which was built in 1960. The only way to do that would be to go through where a cinder block is missing. My fat ass cannot even come close to sticking my leg through that hole, let alone my body. Nowhere on the outside is there crawl space access, which I'm pretty sure is not how houses work if you want it to be up to code, but I don't know. I'm an expert on nothing when it comes to this. So I text the original owner, the previous owner, and I said, how did you get access to the crawl space? I later found out that the water pump, which looks just like this is a shallow well water pump, which basically means it's an above ground water pump. How did you get down there to install or fix the water pump? I later found out there's like 10 water pumps down there. Instead of fixing a problem, he would just go down there and swap the pump out every couple years or so. Unreal. The main problem was out there at the well. That's a whole nother story. The reason I'm talking fast is because I don't want to spend hours on this walkthrough that we're shooting right now. I asked him, how did you get down there and do those? And he said, I would just send my son through one of the holes that's in that foundation wall down there that goes across, that separates the new addition to the original floor print of the house, the blueprint, floor plan, whatever you call it. The only way to do that was a little hole, basically the size of this square, no exaggeration, this rectangle rather. He would send his child through there, 5, 6-year-old, whatever, with a flashlight, and he would be on the other side, having went through that hatch. I don't even know if I should continue that statement because what comes to mind is just unreal. I would never do that because if something were to happen, what are you going to do? Come on. The only good thing about inventing my own access, I'll go ahead and show you. I think I have to because this is a final goodbye to this house video. So we will show all. Ugh, this gives me stress just looking down into here. It's so gross and spider-ridden and boom. The only way down there was I demoed this hole in between the two floor joists. That's as wide as it gets. I can barely squeeze through there, but I can. The only good thing about the fact that I had this hole invented was when last year in June, you can see a video of me standing here waiting to duck down when this house blew apart because of tornado weather. And I actually did. I actually sat down in there and I had my hand on this ready to close it over top of me and sit under the house for tornado weather. Fun times, right? It's actually very nerve-wracking, believe it or not. So that is it. Take a good look. This is not only your last opportunity, but this is my very last time I will ever look down into this ugly, stressful, dusty hole. I've been down there a few times. Oh, I gotta get over here. I've been down there a few times to work on the pumps and switch them out, and like 2 or 3 of them, and I just sneeze and hack and cough for days afterward because I am deathly trying to get on the other side of this wire. I am deathly allergic to dust. Not worth it. I'm over it. I'm ready to go a little bit bougie for at least a year or 2 before I get back into figuring out whether I'm going to be a handyman again or not. So this door that I never used except for a couple times leads into that room I was discussing just a moment ago. We'll go around properly. I'll leave that open so you can see exactly what I mean. Isn't that cute? All right. The kitchen. This is the mother effing kitchen. I hate a walk-through kitchen. I hate floor plans where the kitchen is a walk-through kitchen on any way, any level. See, in case you don't know what I'm talking about, what I mean is, like this room here You can only go in. You can't walk through it. Well, you can technically because of that. But let's say if this is a solid wall. Okay, I'm trying to give you an example here. And if I made this my kitchen and that doorway wasn't there, this would be, or if I built a micro kitchen and built a wall right here, which is something I considered, and put the fridge and sink, blah, 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 then that would be a step-in kitchen, not a walk-through kitchen. I do hate, with passion, walk-through kitchens. So you may wonder, well, if I didn't like all these things already right off the bat with this house, why did I buy it? I foolishly, hastily bought this land regardless of what the house was like. The house was 100% secondary to me. I bought this land because at the time I was absolutely furious at my landlord at my apartment for literally vandalizing my vehicle and not doing her job to let me know that a neighbor was complaining about something I did, which was totally fine, but I would be more than happy to change my approach to it, yada, yada, yada. All she had to do was look at my license plate and find the lease that car is attached to and give me a call. Instead, she literally glued a piece of paper to my $65,000 brand new F-150. I about shit. I was what, 7 more years more immature at the time. I would say I've done some growing up these last few years. But anyways, I was ready to choke the bitch out. So instead of doing that, I just started asking around at work, anybody I could find, hey, I want to buy a house. Do you have a realtor? Do you know anybody? A friend of mine at work suggested a realtor to me that he knew his entire life, actually. And that was great. She was wonderful on almost every level, especially compared to the guy I'm dealing with now. Sorry to say, but it's just real. And so I didn't care what the house was like at all. She cared about the house a lot more than I do. I just wanted to get away. I wanted to be in a situation where no landlord could fuck with me again. Little did I realize at the time, when a mortgage company fucks with you, it sucks too, super bad. My original plan was I called her and I literally said, I want 2 acres of wooded property with nothing on it because I can't afford to have anything on it. And I want to go from there and start from scratch. I was going to homestead on it and do my thing. They said I had good credit, but I had quote unquote bad credit history, right? So like a fool, I scrapped my original plan and went on board with their plan. And I'll never do that again in my life because it just caused a huge 6-year disruption to my whole everything. I feel like my brain has been damaged psychologically, emotionally because of this whole thing. Yeah, you don't even want me to get into it. Well, I ended up just getting this place. Okay, let me skip a couple of chapters here because I wanted this spot. That's it. If there was nothing on this land, I would have still bought this land. Okay. The house came with it. I was willing to make it a home, but I had the idea to do this, that, and to it. And over time, make it something I could be happy to come home to. I was never able to pull that off. I was never able to get the utilities back up. It was either your fault, his fault, her fault, or my fault, or a combination of all. Whatever the case is, I want out. More now than I've ever wanted out. For real. So anyways, I hated this kitchen right away because there's no cabinets over there. There's like the cabinet, what did they call that? The cabinet border at the top. You can tell there could or should have been cabinets there. You know, there was probably cabinets right there. And full range of cabinets right there all the way to right there where you see. For some reason, those are gone. Whatever. The shelves are okay, but what are you going to do? And they kind of made the best of it by adding this thing. But my first thought when I first ever entered this kitchen was, wow, I think in the future I'll knock this window out, put a door there, rebuild this patio out back, this deck, and this will be like a walk-through way to get to the back of the house, and I'll make this room a kitchen. Put an island right here, a big peninsula. You walk around and then enter my kitchen right here. and the refrigerator in the corner, maybe a stove, and some counter and overhead cabinets, maybe install new windows, whatever the fuck. Because at the time, all I had was time and money to do whatever I wanted. So that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to make that shite happen. Well, that never happened, obviously. It's still the ugly ass old kitchen it was. It's even uglier now because there's not even water going to it. There's not even drain lines under that sink. I ripped them out because they would clog every 2-3 fucking months. And I just got so tired of it, I literally stuck a bucket down there. I don't know the science behind why that drain clogged all the time. I didn't put grease down it. I didn't put hair or anything down it. I put water from the well and dish soap down that drain. No other drain in the house did that. The bathroom sink did that, actually. But the tub never got plugged up. The drain away on the bathtubs, either one, never had an issue. But anyways, all water under the bridge. I forgot to show you where this door goes. This door leads to the back of the kitchen, which makes me think at one point, or rather the back of the fridge, which makes me think at one point the fridge didn't used to be there. The fridge was actually somewhere else, maybe like right there or something. And that was like a front room coat closet, you know? I hate this house the way it's laid out. So this is since we're doing a show wall walkthrough, this is a really ugly furnace room and panel box room. At one point I thought, I'm going to rip this wall out and have that utility space open for both and kind of reorganize, relocate some wires and pipes and make it look nice and cleaned up. Maybe put all new flooring down. Yeah, right. Suck it. This is an addition that I just stepped into. The garage is an addition as well, I believe. Don't know what year they were put on, but whatever. I used this room as a few things. At first, I used it as the TV room. Then I used it as a dog room. The previous owner used this as their dining room. They had a really ugly hanging light right there that I took away and replaced. I added these. When I first moved in, within that first month or so, I added these boards because I thought they looked cool, and I still think they look cool. I actually love them, and I like how I placed them, the height. I just wanted to give it, I don't know, I just liked it. I didn't even think to reclaim that wood. I wouldn't anyways, but yeah, what do you guys think? I did that, and I love how it looks. I don't know why. I guess it's just the country house kid growing up in me. But anyways, there's that room. Fucking blah, 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 blah. Let's go out on the back porch and take a look around. Then we'll come back, look at the garage, and then we'll look at my penis on camera. Bird haven back here. At one point, this whole backyard was fenced in. You got to realize I'm talking for my future self as well. So if you're like ready to skip on, then you're not going to break my heart. But this is show business. You got to make do with what you have. You got to put up episodes when you can. That's just how show business works. But I'm talking also for my future self, because I will definitely want to come back and look at a full walkthrough of the house I had, that one 6 years of hell in Delaware County, Ohio. So at one point I came home from COVID. They sent me home thinking that I may have come in contact with the big bad COVID virus. I didn't feel sick, but I used that as a nice day to come home. This is when I was on first shift hours. I came home early that day. I had stopped at the farm store because of that, having more time that day, and just went ahead and got fence posts, the kind you like that right there. But I bought really tall 8-foot high ones and shoved them down 2 foot and left 6 feet sticking out of the ground, and I fenced in this entire backyard, technically just behind the house. The fence started right there, went straight out, came across, then went straight. So behind the house itself was that fourth wall. Yeah, and I had 2 golden retrievers back here. I've had a poodle at this house once. I had 2 mutts at this house once. I had my cat Penny. I tried, folks. I really tried to make the experience here for myself not suck, but everything I did and everything I couldn't do just became another job. Just became another fucking job. It sucked. Overall, I just cannot tell you how much I am ready to be done. Bird's nest. I did not install this. I do believe a natural creature did. I think there might have been a bird's nest up here, but maybe not. Maybe I'm just picturing it. So this fridge was where my current fridge is. But when I first moved in or first bought the place, a mouse would scurry across the kitchen floor like every hour, and I would see it, and I couldn't figure out where they were coming from. This fridge was wedged so tightly in that fridge space in there that I showed you. It was impossible to get this fridge out without busting up the drywall around it and things like that. And it was so heavy and shit, I couldn't get it out of there without, there was like a water line and the cable, the power cord and everything. I just went with some snips and cut all that stuff and just started yanking and pulling, trying to get this damn fridge out. And I went in there with like drywall putty and sealed off anything in that little nook I could find that was letting these mice in. Somehow they're getting over from the furnace room. I don't even know. You talk about a nightmare from hell. One thing I did successfully install was that junk pile out there. You see my old retired golden retriever kennel that was, I thought I saw something move. I think it was just the flap on that tripped me out. That old that silver kennel was right here because my golden retrievers would come out of that door. You can watch that video. You can watch me install that door and cut a hole in that wall. And I put my bare ass in that hole just for your viewing pleasure. There's a video of that called Installing a Doggy Door, I think. But anyways, that was their place to come out and take a poop when I was at work. And then when I'd get home, I'd come down here and I'd walk around. I'd open the kennel. They would run because this all was fenced in for them. And those golden retrievers were so sweet and so funny and so gorgeous, but also so much a giant pain in the fucking ass. So this is my literal very last time I will ever stand on this back deck. So long. Let's do what we've been doing this whole time. Let's touch it. Good luck to you, deck. And good luck to me. Right? Thank you for wishing me good luck. That's it. Done. Just knowing that little thing, which is special to me and no one else, just knowing that, I feel a weight off my shoulders. So long. So long. Last but not least, I don't think I told you about this room really. So the switch is way around the other side of this door. This is my actual bedroom door that I relocated from the master bedroom way back there. I brought it up here to use it. I don't even remember exactly why, but anyways, I should probably take my pencil sharpener. I turned this into my office. At first, I just used it as a giant junk drawer, or junk room, or junk drawer room or whatever. Like there was a table that I made out of bedroom doors that I didn't use, and I stacked another table up with the crates. Those crates, and made like a total junk station. And I would like do little woodwork projects or whatever in here when I didn't feel like going out into the garage. Also, once upon a time, this was my golden retriever's bedroom, and they destroyed it. They destroyed the drywall. My golden retrievers did all that. And the people are still buying the house. I painted a lot of it after the fact, but whew, see all this damage? My golden retrievers did that. I just didn't know what to do. So I bought the retriever kennels and put them in here because at least it's linoleum and I can clean up the piss, because they would just piss every day. It took me a very long time to get them to wait to go outside. And eventually I would just stick them in the garage. That's why I built that doggy door, so they could go out at least to the outside kennel and piss when I was at work. And I fenced in the yard so they could go do their thing out in the yard. I got tired of cleaning up piss and shit every single day. They were getting better, but at such a slow rate. Underneath all this crap, there is access to at least the crawl space for this edition. And yeah, I also had like a little bench here at one time with just junk on it. Mostly like hardware type project junk. I invented this little desk. One of many desks I've built and invented. You watched me slap this together like a month ago in a full video for it. And it's just the temporary tables and stuff. All that's got to come down here the next few hours. So we'll get the F out of here. The new owner of this place can have my old chair, because that chair eats ass for Skittles. So yeah. I can't wave goodbye to this room officially yet, because I'll still be back in here in a little bit to get all my crap out of the closet, etc., etc. And this stuff too, of course. I want my things. I want my TV. I want my things. This closet's got some flair. I mostly always, I think the entire 6 years, the only thing I ever hung in here was a couple coats and mostly like bags. Shopping bags, backpacks, stuff that wasn't being used. Just like the clothy, reusable shopping bags in there. All right, lastly, the garage. This switch lights up the room. This switch could burn the house down. I'm not showing you properly, sorry. This switch lights up the garage. This switch could burn the house down. If I were to toggle it up, that white power line right there would come on. It's supposed to go to the outside like driveway light, but a large portion of that wire is exposed, so I don't touch it. I told my realtor about it just in conversation, and he completely ignored the fact that there was exposed wire. He just said, oh, that's probably like a something gauge, something gauge, yeah. I'm like, that's not really what I was saying to you, but okay. Yeah. Here's the garage. See that doggy door right there? That's closed, obviously. There was another kennel right here. They would just lounge, especially enjoying the cold floor in the summer. And you've seen this garage a lot over the last 5-6 years watching these stupid ass videos. Here it is. I will never, after this moment in time, I will never step foot in this room again, and I cannot tell you how happy that makes me. The garage door don't work, and my brain doesn't work, and my battery is rapidly dying before my eyes, so we are wrapping this up. Let's do what we've been doing and make it official. The Good Luck Official wall touch. Thank you for all the space to do the cool projects and whatnot that I did in here. And, you know, good memories and bad ones, I'll take them. All right. My friends, that is going to do it for today's video. I have to go. Your boy is swamped, and my camera battery is like 4% right now. So if you want to help me out, share one of my videos. If you want to contact me, I'm OCD as shit, so I always double, triple check the lights off. If you want to contact me, it's dougalownation@gmail.com. I'll be back with you again, as always, 7 days a week, no matter what, every single day at 7 a.m. Eastern, right here, like always. But until then, you have yourself a good one. Happy house hunting. Do it the right way, not the wrong way like I've been doing it. And in the meantime, until I see you again, don't be like my house and be a dud.